Hey everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax.Cut.Glue. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. So today is just a craft with me. I wanted to make some ornaments using some of Anton's printables. Anton has an Etsy shop called Bontic Vintage Designs, and he also has given us a 60% off his shop. So that code will be in the description box down below. So I pulled out a few that I thought would work here, but let's take it back a notch here. So here's one I made quite a few days ago, and this was made out of these ornaments I found at Dollar Tree. They're wood discs, like real wood, like from a tree. You get 3 of them for $1.25, and they're because they're from an actual tree, they're not exactly perfect, and all the sizes vary. And there was a lot of rough edges. So I sanded it down a little bit, but then I put some of my Liquitex matte medium on it. And then I just kind of cut away some of the like sharp pieces or whatever, but I digress. And then I just cut out one of the circles that came in Anton's kit. In his kits, he has sections where there's tabs and pockets and circles and artist trading cards and bookmarks and stuff. And this one just happened to fit exactly on this disc. So after I put that down, I added a little bit of gold paint around the edges, and then I haven't strung any string on it yet, but so I have that. And then so those were $1.25. I got these at Walmart. You get 6 of them, and they were like $1.28 or $1.18. I can't remember, one of those. And these are just thin wood discs, and then you would of course have to put the hole in it. I like using these. I feel like they're very easy to use. And then last year at the craft store, or the year before, it's been a couple years I think, I picked up these. I believe I got these at Michael's. I'm like 99% sure. So these are also wood discs. I wish they wouldn't put the hole so far down. Like I wish they put it up a little bit, but I understand why they do it. So I wanted to use some of these today. I do not remember. So these say they were $99 or $9.99, and you get 5 of them. And these look to be more around 4 or 5 inches. So let's look here. These are, yeah, 4 inches. So I guarantee you, I'd never buy anything full price at Michael's. So I probably got these for $5 or less. So let's play around with these. All right, everyone, I'm going to do a voiceover for the rest of this video. It just is a lot easier, so I could cut out some of the monotonous kind of stuff. So I decided to cut off this like burlap, tweed, whatever it is. I can't remember what it's called right now. You know, you don't have to tell me. I'm just having a brain fart. Anyways, it was rough and coarse, and I did not like it at all. And it makes it a lot easier if they're not on there. So if you do like it, just untie the knot, and then you can stick it back on there once your thing has dried. But I decided to use something different, so I just cut it off and threw it away. Did not like it. So here I am kind of going through Anton's images, showing what parts I want to use for the ornaments. I hold it up to the light there. That way I can see how much of the image will show on the ornament and that kind of thing. Now, because these are made out of wood, they're not going to be all the same size or exactly round or anything like that, which is something that I really like about them. The other discs that I showed you from Walmart, those are like pressed wood, so they're cut perfect. So if you want something that's a perfect circle, get something like that. Otherwise, get one of these that's more rustic. And so I'm putting a heavy coat of liquid or a Liquitex matte medium. It's the same as like Mod Podge, except for it's matte and not shiny. It's just what I have right here and that I use. You can absolutely use Mod Podge. You can use PVA glue like Elmer's glue. You could probably get away with using a permanent glue stick. So just use what you have. I'm using a baby washcloth to gently go around. I'm starting in the middle and smoothing out that Liquitex gel medium that I have under there. And I'm just starting in the middle. That way I'm pushing the air and the glue out as I'm kind of rubbing it. And I really go around those edges because I want the glue to make sure that it's adhered all the way to the edge, the paper. Whoa, big airplane going overhead. And then after I've squished all the glue out, which is great because then I know my edges are going to stick, I just go around with my finger and kind of smooth that out. I'm going to set that one over there to dry. And then I'm going to do another one, same kind of thing. And I decided to go with this Santa Claus. There he is. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a pretty heavy coat of my gel medium, and then I'm going to let it dry. Now I'm super impatient, so I used my heat gun to dry this a little bit. Normally I would glue these, maybe do it the night before, and then the next morning I continue on because everything that I do from here on out works a lot better if your paper is fully dry. So I kind of pushed the system here just a little bit by kind of continuing on while it was still a little bit wet, but it still worked out just fine. So if you're impatient like me, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. So again, I'm just holding it up so I can see in the light where I want it to actually be. I'm very lightly going over this with my washcloth because I don't want to smush my image. Also, I don't want to leave any dents or scratches in it. And what's really interesting is once these have dried down, I can actually see the circles of the wood kind of behind the image. It's really cool. And you can use all kinds of paper, comic book, scrapbook paper, newsprint, book page, any kind of paper. You can use napkin. You can paint the background and then glue some napkin on top of that so it shows up a little bit better. You can do all kinds of things. So now that it's dry, I take my scissors and I hold my scissors up against the wood there, and I cut right up next to the wood. Make sure that your scissors aren't angling and you're not cutting the top of the paper on the other side. Just make sure that, I gently lean my scissors up against the side there and just follow it. Now, if you have sandpaper or a sanding block, you can use that. I use a nail file that I keep in my craft room specifically just for crafts. And at an angle, I use this to sand around the edges. And what that does is it really kind of makes the edge a little bit more beveled and not such a harsh circle around it. And it blends the paper into the wood. So definitely give that a shot. It smooths everything out as well. And then I went in with this paint that I got at Walmart. It is Folk Art Metallic Pure Gold 660. It was only, a couple bucks. And I like to use my finger because I really want to glob it on there because I want it to look really chunky and organic. And I put my finger on there and then I kind of scrape it like I'm scraping the paint off the side of the wood so it gets all, chunky. Like your girl. So I'm having so much fun with this. My finger is so disgustingly dirty and I can't stand it. It's really bothering me. I hate being messy, you guys. I hate it so much. So then I'm going in with my Crystal Stickles. This is a glitter glue for adults is what I like to say. I've had these forever. It seems like a very little bottle, but it does last a long time. And I'm going through and I'm adding some dots, and these are like an iridescent, clear, sparkly glitter. And I want it to look kind of like the snow. So I'm adding a bunch of those. And oh my gosh, I'm loving the way this looks. And I'm setting that aside to dry. And then I'm going to work on my second one, kind of doing like an assembly line here. And I'm just doing the same thing where I lean my scissors around the wood there and cut it off. And you know what? You don't even have to do that part. You can just sand it and it'll sand it right off. I just like to cut it first because then I don't have the paper in my way. But yeah, using a piece of sandpaper, a sanding block, or even those blocks for your nails and stuff that you get at pedicures, you could use that. But kind of go at an angle. Be careful, don't do too much, especially with really soft wood, because you can just whittle that wood away. So yeah, going across that, using the nail file again. I just like using nail files. They're super cheap and they work well in my hand. I have little hands. So now I'm going back in with that gold, and I'm going to change up and put a mat down under me in a minute because I felt like I just didn't have enough space to keep all the like messy stuff. So in a minute, you'll see a little change of scenery here right now. Oh no, not now. Psych. So there is the finished Santa Claus. So I have this stickles, and it's a clear, it's like iridescent, but it's teal, and I love it. But I decided I didn't like the way it looked on the Santa, so you just wipe it away. It'll wipe right off. So I wiped that away, and I went back with my crystal, the clear one, and I like that one way better. It just didn't vibe with like the vintagey Santa situation I had going on there. Now with my other ones that are more colorful, it absolutely would look a lot better. And I do end up using it on my next one. Okay, here's the change of scenery. So now I want to do one where I use cut and collage book items. So I'm going to use what's left of I have a little square of Keely's Winter Patterns and Papers book. That's that blue paper right there that I did that Polar Express layout in my glue book a couple days ago. And then I had these remnants from that too, and I thought, oh, I could collage on there and do a couple different papers, but I decided I really like this blue because I feel like it pops with the reds and the Christmas images. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going to do nice and chunky there. Now the spatula that I'm using is actually a makeup tool that you can get anywhere, but especially the Dollar Tree. That's where this one's from. It's essentially a tool to put like a mask on your face or makeup or whatever you want to use it for. But they work great for crafting. They work great for spreading glue if you want to Mod Podge a bunch of stuff or spread paint around on a paper or whatever. So they're a great tool, and $1.25, can't beat that. I think you can actually get a better deal on Amazon because you can get like a pack of them for even cheaper per item, but I only needed one. I have a couple of them, but I don't need like 5. You know what I mean? So, all right. So we did the same thing there. Cut the paper around, going around with the nail file and just filing that down. You could use an electric sander if you wanted, but it's so delicate that it just works easier to use something like this. And I wanted to recreate that train that I did the other day, the Polar Express layout, but the images were too big. It didn't work. So I decided to go with this, and I absolutely love it. So cute. Now, I'm not putting any finishing coat on top of mine because everything is laser printed. You absolutely could. You could Mod Podge the top of it. You could use a spray adhesive, do whatever you want to coat the top of it. I have paper ornaments that my kids made 15 years ago, and they still are living their best life. So I don't think things have to be sealed on top, but you do you. I'm not sealing mine. I think they're fine the way they are, but you could absolutely seal yours if you're concerned about it or giving it as a gift and you want that extra security. But like I said, mine are laser printed, so it's all good. So here comes the teal little sparkles, and I thought this would look cute with the blue background. I don't know, it looks so cute. This one was giving me a little bit of problem. It was honestly driving me nuts. So I finished up with that. I only put a few of the teal dots. I really liked the crystal. So I'm just going to repeat the same thing. You guys, this is so easy and fun. And like I said, you can totally get these from the Dollar Tree. You can get great deals at craft stores right now. Usually their Christmas stuff is all on sale. Amazon has these wood Christmas ornaments. Just look for like wood blank ornaments. And if you like things more perfect and pristine, you can definitely get circle ones that are exactly circle. All right, everyone, the ornaments are finally dry and they are all done, and I'm absolutely in love with them. So here is the first one that we did, and you can see the sparkle on there and the gold around. I wanted to leave the natural wood right there. And then on the back, I put Relax.Cut.Glue with the date, and then I signed each one. Then we have this one. And yes, these are very simple, but I like simple, and Anton's images are good enough as they are. I did not need to add much. Now this one I used cut and collage books. I used Keely's Winter Patterns and Papers for the background paper, and then cut and collage elements for the bear and the present. And then again, Relax.Cut.Glue with the date. So I'm going to be giving away all 3 of these ornaments. So if you would like to get one of these ornaments, let me know down below and let me know which one you would like, or if you would like the chance to win all 3. So just, you know, let me know which one you like the best. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep this one US only. It's just too costly for me right now to ship international. So I apologize for that. So let me know down below which one you want, and I'm going to pick a winner probably tomorrow, and then I'll get these sent out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little craft. So that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, please hit that like button. It's a great way to support me and my channel. Don't forget to drink your water. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, friends.